Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? So I'll just change my age so that people that know me won't recognize that it is I. So this is my own story that I want to share with you and your listeners, as well as if I can get spiritual help, I'll be so much grateful. So my story started when I got married to my husband. When I got married to my husband, I was still 25 and he was also 25, and we are both 36 now. I just changed the age because I do not want people to know who am I. I am a 36-year-old South African woman, a married slay queen. You can call me that. Usually on Facebook, I used to do it a lot. On Instagram, I would make men to pay me so that I can strip dance for them without revealing my face. I would do this whenever my husband was not at home. I had a mask that I would put on, hiding my face, and I would be comfortable to strip for a man, and the guy would have sent me an e-wallet. Per night, I would make close to 1K, even more than that, because guys, when they will see you naked, they will just do anything, thinking with their manhoods, not thinking properly. That is what I was doing. One of my friends had taught me, even though she was married, but she said that is the reason as to why she was never broke. She always had money to buy alcohol whenever we would have gone out. The pressure started when I got married to my husband. I was a girl who loved to go out clubbing. This my husband knew. Even though we met at university, he tried to tell me that it was not a good thing for me to keep on going out, partying and clubbing. If I was supposed to become his wife, it had to stop, because I wanted to get married to him, and then I stopped going to clubs. But after we had our first child, I then started going to clubs. As for my husband, we can call him a good man, a faithful Christian. We do go to church together. Sometimes I can even go to church whilst I'm having babalas, and I don't even mind that much. He's a hardworking, but he's too simple. He is too simple and too African in many ways, and I don't want a simple man. The problem started when I started working for this other guy, a Zimbabwean man who own a trucking company. He's someone that is okay and doing okay in life. I did not want a man who works 9 to 5. I wanted a man that can just give me money without asking me too many questions. Like, budget was never my thing. This thing of each and every month and we sit down and then we start to write the things that I have to go and buy, and if you do not buy the correct things, you will shout and scream as if you have killed Jesus Christ. I did not want a man who takes me to Spa for groceries. I wanted a man who can even take me to Paris for shopping. And my husband was unable to do that. Financially, he is unable to do that. Let me just say that me and my husband, we own the house that was left behind for him in Soweto, and he owns just a normal Toyota. I wanted a man who owned several vehicles, not only one car. I wanted a man who was rich. That was when I started working for my boss. This was after my boss had opened up another company in which he had won a tender. He's an engineer, by the way. So I fell in love with his intelligence, his smartness, the way that he would speak with you in English. Oh, it was so nice and romantic, and it was just fun. When we started dating, he said, if you give me your body, I will give you money. Like money. We used to have like sex too many times in his office. He had even bought a couch. Can you even believe it? Your boss telling me that he's going to buy a couch, which we used to call our sex couch. Sometimes we would pretend as if we are in a meeting, and then we will lock ourselves, and then we will enjoy ourselves. One evening after a romantic dinner, that was when he said, let's go to Dubai. Baby, let's go to Dubai. I just want to sleep with you in Dubai for once. I'll take care of everything. I was excited. It was my dream to go outside of South Africa. The only place where he had taken me to a vacation was Cape Town. It was my dream. But there was problem. My husband was the biggest problem. He was never going to allow me to go to Dubai. Never. So everything, the whole trip was done in secret. This guy spoke with me and my friend one day when we went out for dinner. And that was when we came with the idea that we were going to fake everything. The invoice. We were going to fake an invoice of an Airbnb that I was going to show to my husband. This Airbnb was going to be in Cape Town, where I would pretend as if I am going there to work, but I would go with my friend. And my husband was stupid enough to believe in that fake invoice that had been sent to me by that fake Airbnb. By the time that we landed in Dubai, but there were some things about my husband that he was supposed to notice that were not normal. Because if it was a normal Airbnb, how come it was using Gmail? We just created everything fake, and then we even sent it to his own email. And he said, babe, this is the invoice. I think you have to pay. We paid for it, but it was going to my friend's account. And then off me and my blesser, we went to Dubai. When we went to Dubai, I thought that I was going to live my best life, but I had no idea what was waiting for me. For the first 2 days, when we were in Dubai, he took me out shopping. I went, bought your Louis Vuitton, your Gucci, your Chanel. I had never seen so much money being spent on a woman like me. I was living a good dream. I even thought of getting pregnant for him. Unfortunately, he was refusing, saying that no, we are not supposed to do that. On the third night, that was when things changed. We went to a private party at a penthouse. There were a lot of rich Arab men and there were a lot of slave queens. I never thought that there were as many slave queens that were living in Dubai that are from South Africa. Like a lot of these girls that you see showing their bling online, they'll make you think that they are here in South Africa. Those girls, they are hustling in the streets of Dubai. And there were plenty girls from Nigeria at that party, as well as from Kenya. Those girls, they looked so beautiful. How can you not look beautiful when you are being taken care of by those rich Arab men? I even spoke with this other lady who once told me that she once posed for some pictures that are found on Shein, like she markets herself as well as a model, but yet at night, that is the stuff that she does, sleeping with these rich Arab men. Whilst we were there, like it was just a wild party, drugs. I had never seen so many Arabs being drunk and wild at the same time. Champagne, food, raw meat that were being eaten, and then there was money. We were being given a lot of money. As for my boyfriend, he told me to take care of the cash that was being given to me, because after this party, next morning, we were going to be with one of his friends who owns a company in Dubai, because this money, it was going to be difficult for me to bring it back to South Africa. He said this money, we will give it to my friend, and this friend will deposit the money in his account, and then they will send the money into his company account in South Africa. And therefore, after about a week, that is when I'll be able to get my money. I did not like it because I wanted my cash, but he said, no, you have to wait for international bank transfers. They take about 3 to 5 days. It was tough knowing that it was going to happen, but he said, just be patient. And hell yes, I was patient. He told me that I had to prove that I really want this lifestyle. He even encouraged me to speak with some South African girls that were there. Some of them, they were even telling me that they are earning as much as $10,000 a month. And it was quite a lot. These women, they had set up their businesses back in South Africa, and they were using his friend to send the money back into their businesses as if they were running legit businesses, yet they were just selling their bodies to the Arab guys. So one of the Arab men called me into a private room. When I went into that private room, I saw that there was a dog. There was a big black dog. And then I was told in order for me to have the money that I wanted, which was then used to purchase the Havel that I am using, I had to sleep with that dog. I felt trapped and I said, I can't do it. He said, well, go and speak with your master. Those Arab guys, they are so much into slavery. They believe so much in slavery. He called my boyfriend as if I, the slave, was being disobedient. He was given a whiplash and he was told that he had to lash me 3 times on my back because I was a disobedient servant. I was stripped naked and then he lashed me 3 times, but it was not painful. Like, it was just a symbolic whiplash that they had. Those ones that they use when they are doing role playing during sexual intercourse, like most of those guys that has the type of fantasies like that. He lashed me 3 times and then I said, forgive me, daddy, for what I have done is wrong. And that Arab guy said that I was supposed to lick his toes. I started licking his toes, begging for his forgiveness as he was touching me as I was bending over. And then I was told that in order for that car that I wanted to become mine, then I had to sleep with the dog, a dog. This was what I had to do. I laid there as that man came with the black dog. So in order for that dog not to hurt me with its paws, they had these other stockings that they had made the dog to wear on all of its legs. I lay there disgusted, ashamed, and then they made me to sleep with that dog. And then the next morning, that was when we went to the friend's office and he was like, see, I can take care of you. You have just made so much money like you had never made in your entire life. In one night, I was able to purchase that Heval full cash, no credit, no what. Just that the money was still with his friend and he was going to transfer it. When the money came, we went and we bought that Heval cash and it was a gift to me, and I drove with it back home after the papers had been finalized. So I thought it was just one night, but then I started to get so sick. Within few weeks, I was so sick. When I went to the doctor, I was told that I have HPV and it cannot be cured. I feel so much sadness because my husband is also suffering from the HPV. Sometimes he wakes up and then there will be little blisters on his manhood. When he popped them, there is some fluids that comes out. The problem is that I am only taking medication. He is not. I am scared to go with him to the doctors. I am scared of these genital warts, but I've never seen them on me. The doctor said they are the cause of cervical cancer. I'm like really scared. So I do have my Haval that I have, but the problem is that this HPV, is there any traditional way that it can be cured for good? I do not want it anymore. I will keep on dating men, but I don't want this HPV. I don't want to die from cervical cancer. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who helped us with this translation and forwarded it to me. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world.